Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is the Haves and the Have-Nots Season 6, Episode 17, and the name of this episode is The Broken Washer. This was more of a filler episode for me, but yet it was rather interesting for me at the same time. So let me begin. The episode picks up where it left off. Benny is at the Iron Bone. Old boy comes from the back, pulls a gun out on him, is calling the police, and then this motherfucker starts lying and starts talking like, I saw you kill him, I saw you, and you're going to jail. You just killed, you know, the child of the mob. You're dead. Your whole family's dead. And then, you know, Benny is trying to let him know, like, look, he was already dead when I came in. He's like, no, you're lying. I saw you kill him. Like, you ain't see shit, you lying son of a bitch. You walked in, you saw Benny, and you saw a dead man, and because Benny's black, you decided to racially profile him and say that he killed him. And that's exactly what you're doing, because here it is, you got the gun on him and you're shaking, which is rather fucking dangerous because that gun can easily go off and kill him. And here it is, you be killing somebody for something they didn't even do. Now, even though Benny gets on my fucking nerves and I can't stand his ass, at the end of the day, I don't want to see somebody go down for something they didn't do. So Benny's trying to reason with the guy because the guy is obviously shaking, and, you know, he's literally just, you know, throwing attacks at Benny. Benny's telling him, like, look, let me go on my phone and let me call my friend. He's a Malone. I can let you know that I'm cool. I actually have a friend who's a Malone. I wouldn't come in here and do nothing like this. But he's like, oh, no, you're not. You're probably going to call one of your thugs and all this shit. I'm like, here you go with that damn bigotry ass bullshit. You know, so you're pretty much just racially profiling him, and because he's black, and we know that the damn Malones are bigots like shit. And here it is, you talking about something, oh, you're going to call one of your thugs when he's actually trying to call Mitch. So it gets to the point where he sees that this guy is not going to reason with him, so he decides to make a run for it, and they start struggling, and the gun goes off. And, you know, we see Benny's scene from the beginning, and then that's also how the episode ends. So I just did it all, you know, together. Like, Benny tries to make a run for it, they start going back and forth, and, you know, the dude is shooting the gun, and the gun is shooting, and they're both struggling. So that's where Benny's situation ended, and we're probably going to see what's going to happen next week. Next, I'm going to talk about David and Erica. This is after, you know, Veronica them blew up their cars. They both sitting in the front. You know, you see like the fountain, and they just sitting there, and the firefighters are putting out the fire. And we see that Erica is just laughing at the situation, and David's like, I kind of find it funny that it's kind of weird that you find this amusing. And, you know, she was saying that, you know, it's a beautiful night for a fire. And she was saying that, look, you have to admit, this is like ridiculously funny. And, you know, then that damn David flipped it back on her ass like, was it funny with your ex? And she's like, can we please not talk about him? I'm like, Then the damn firefighter came up to them and let them know that, look, from the looks of it, it was arson. Do you know who did this? And David lied and said that he didn't know, which I kind of find it really interesting because Erica didn't say anything either. But we also saw before the firefighter came up there that the two of them were having this conversation, and we can pretty much say now that, yeah, Erica is in love with David. You know, she tells about, you know, her dream was to have a big old house and have a man like you in it with me and all of that. So she right now is living her dream. And we definitely see that, you know, David's smitten with her too. But then again, David still got that whole question of who was her ex in the back of his head. Because one thing I can say that David and Veronica have in common, when they grab onto something, they do not let go until they get to the bottom of it. That's the one thing that Veronica and David have in common. They don't let shit go. So then we see the firefighter comes up there, lets them know that it was arson, asks them, do they know who's behind it? David says no, and Erica doesn't say anything either. And then he was saying that, well, look, you need to file a report. And he said, I will do it first thing in the morning. And then the damn firefighter recognized Erica. He's like, Erica? And she's like, and he was like, and And she's like, okay, how do I know you? And he was like, well, I helped change your tire once. She's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, just like how David helped change your tire. Y'all remember that? So I'm like, yeah, I think that was like, one of her tricks. And he just kind of played it small. He just kind of, I think, probably played it smart because he could see that, she's now with old boy. So he probably know the score. So he kind of played along with it. But then after he left, David's questioning like, so when did you have a flat tire? And she's like, oh, it was a while ago. I don't even remember. And he was like, does he know your ex? Why won't you tell me your ex's name? I'm like, see, he is not going to let that go. And I have a good feeling it's going to get to the point where Erica is going to get found out. How that's going to happen, we don't know. But David is on the scent. And once he starts sniffing, he going to keep on sniffing until he finds something. So he's not completely out in the dark with Erica. So I can definitely say that, yeah, David is going to do some fishing. And we can definitely tell that, due to the fact that Erica keeps on denying things, it's obvious she's hiding something. And David ain't the type that's going to allow a secret to perpetuate. So we're going to see what's going to happen with that. Then we also see, as far as Oscar goes to the room to find Candace because he now knows that Candace, stole the $8 million. And he goes to the room and sees that Candace has actually checked out the room. But Candace actually is looking through him at the peephole. She got a damn room right across the hall. And she's watching Oscar go to the room looking for her. So now she hiding out because she know Oscar's after her ass. And next thing you know, she gets a damn... After, Oscar leaves, she ends up getting a call, from damn Veronica's ass. And, Veronica is drunk as fuck and saying that I need to talk to you about David and Erica. You need to meet me at the bar. And she's like, bitch, I ain't meeting you at the bar. I'm trying to be low. She's like, well, you better meet me at the bar or I'm going to shut down that account. And she's like, well, I already shut down the account already, so what else is new? And she's like, or better yet, I'll tell Jim. Do you want me? You want to keep playing these games? So I suggest you bring your ass to the bar. She drunk as all hell. And we see that Candace, has got a hat, so she's kind of being incognito. She ain't trying to be seen. And she's like, so she pretty much sits down with Veronica. And Veronica's drunk, drinking martinis and shit. And then we even saw that, she even interacted with Rocky's ass because Rocky's working. And of course, Candace is kind of like setting herself at an angle so he can't see her. And if she pretty much asks for another drink, he brings her a drink. She's like, I want a martini, bitch. And then later on, Rocco is like cleaning the area. He's like, bitch, why the hell you still over here cleaning? The place is clean, okay? Shoot, get the hell on. Get the hell out of here. Shoot, I might need to hire him because he cleaned better than that damn blind ass maid I got at home. Veronica was tripping, drunk as shit, just going off. But the real tea of the meeting was that she was asking Candace about Erica. How good is Erica? Candace like, hey, I trained her. She's good. She knows what she's doing. And she's like, yeah, but I was just over there and I have a feeling that, that she's falling for him. And I really think she is falling for him, which is probably why she's getting more aggressive because she see that David has really fallen for this girl and she notices that they're connected and she's getting pissed because David ain't dropping everything and running back to her. Because I'm kind of a good feeling they've had situations like this before throughout the years of their marriage. This shit ain't nothing new. Because David just knows how crazy and treacherous Veronica is. And he's always, like how that way he found the bugs in the house. So they've been through this. They've been down this road before. And pretty much, she's saying that, yes, I want to hurt him. I want to hurt his heart and his soul, for what he did to me and how he has hurt me. I want him to hurt like he made me hurt. And I'm like, Veronica, bitch, you started this shit. You made an assumption about him and Maggie Day, because even though him and Maggie Day end up having sex, at the time they didn't. You ran and you jumped to your own conclusions and started an affair with Benny. And not only that, you actually had sex with Benny the first time in David's car. So, bitch, you started this shit, and now you trying to play victim. Because now you done burnt your bridges, and now, Benny ain't even thinking about your ass. And now you pretty much by yourself, and you mad because David ain't under your control no more. And David's, fighting against you. And he's obviously into Erica. So she pretty much tells Candace, like, yeah, that's what I want. I want Erica to make him fall in love with her, and then I want her to dump him. And then I want her to be out in the street and to burn in the street. And I'm like, Veronica, you are doing entirely too damn much with your mean, maniacal ass. And then Candace was like, you know what? We need to be focusing on how we're going to hit David. I mean, how much is David worth? And she's like, oh, he's not worth that much. He's only worth $16 million. I'm like, bitch, he worth more than your motherfucking ass, because if we remember when Catherine, clocked her about that whole situation with Wyatt after she killed the DA, she read Veronica for filth and let Veronica know that if it wasn't for her affiliation with them and due to the fact that she's on the board of the bank, Veronica wouldn't have shit, because Veronica is like millions in debt. So, bitch, you are living off of credit and living off delusion. You ain't got no fucking money. David at least got millions, bitch. It's probably the reason why you trying to get back with his motherfucking ass. Your ass ain't slick. But she's like, yeah, he's not worth as much. But she says, you know what? I don't give a damn about the money. You can have him, because I want him back. And then Candace was like, you know what? You need to get laid. So I'm gonna call somebody to come over there and blow your box out, because you obviously need some. And she's like, don't be calling me one of your little tired old thugs, or to come over my house. I'm like, well, you need somebody, so I'm gonna call one of my dudes. And she says, and again, don't ever make me meet you in public ever again. And she walked off, and then she's like, table duster, can I get another drink? I'm like, bitch was doing too much. I'm like, that damn girl is a mess. That damn Veronica. Then I'm going to talk about this situation with Sarah and Jim. I have to say, that damn Jim Cryer is one tired, messy son of a bitch. Because we see that he has a conversation with Catherine. He lets Catherine know that, look, they're still on you with this whole DA, with you killing the DA. And she's like, well, I don't see why. She's like, bitch, you killed the DA. Like, get the fuck out of here. And they're going to be able to track all of this. So I'm trying to work an angle to get this situation resolved. But it's going to call me going to a hotel room with a woman. And she's like, it's always you going to a hotel with a woman. What else is new? And she's like, are you jealous that it's not you, Catherine? She's like, oh, please, that ship has been sailed. She's like, yeah, okay, whatever, Catherine. So they kind of go back and forth, and they back to their old shit. So then he calls up Sarah and tells Sarah that, I actually, and she's like, so he calls Sarah, and, of course, he's like, you know why I'm calling you? And she's like, yeah, you want sex. She's like, oh, no. I'm calling you because I asked you to be at the hotel and your ass wasn't there. And she's like, look, I was in court. And he was like, no, you weren't. You're avoiding me. And she's like, look, Jim, I can't keep doing this with you. What do you want? And he was like, maybe it's my nice tone that you're thinking that this is optional. Well, let me clear things up. Get to the damn hotel room, you little whore, and you better get there now. I'm like, Jim, you evil motherfucker. So therefore, we get to the Artesian. First, we get a scene with Gia, RK, and Rocky. They're pretty much talking about how they're going to run the operation now that Candace is out. And Rocky is definitely angry, and RK clocks. He's like, oh, so Candace must have really pissed you off, huh? He's like, don't talk about that, just shut the fuck up. And like, so you see that Rocky is mad, and you know, if anything, they all feel some kind of way towards Candace, even Gia, because Gia's like, she was putting me on this hustle and now I don't know what to do. And you know, Rocky's like, look, get your ass over there and, you know, and get to work, Gia. So there's two guys, and she's like, I don't know which one is Vice. And then RK's like, look, I'll let you know who's Vice, just go on. So Gia goes to do what she got to do. Then we see RK is you know, talking to Rocky, and Rocky still being an asshole. Like, look, just do your job and shut up, RK. I ain't got time for your shit. You know, don't be worrying about it, because RK, I have to say, RK is a lot like Candace. He's very shrewd and he's very messy. He's the male version of Candace. So literally, you know, RK is like Candace's twin, you know, and they kind of sleeping on him. Even Rocky, because Rocky just real condescending to his ass. So then he kind of blows off RK or whatever. Then he goes to talk to Oscar. Oscar's sitting at the bar, and he's like, oh, so you must be looking for Candace, huh? And I'm listening to this damn conversation. I'm like, Rocky, you a messy motherfucker. And then he's saying that, oh yeah, I know how, and like, what did you know, it's obvious because I heard that she probably got some stuff on you, and I think she made it pretty big because now she's nowhere to be found. You know, she was up in here a lot, but now she's gone. And, you know, let's just say I know somebody took some pictures for her, and she used that to hack into your accounts and all that. And all of a sudden, we see Oscar's kind of peeping game like, nigga, you telling me all this shit about Candace. What you got to gain from this? What's going on with you? And he's like, well, all I would say is that, you know, Candace is an evil bitch, and she needs to get her just due. So just consider me a friend, and I'm helping you out. Little do you know, Oscar is very mischievous his damn self. So he gonna be on the fucking Rocky also. So here we got Oscars after Candace, and now fucking Rocky is. So we're gonna see how that shit play out. Then we see fucking Sarah gets to the bar. She gets a drink from RK. She asks for a triple shot because she knows she's about to do some humiliating shit up in that hotel room with Jim. Then we see Jim walk up, and we see that Gia notices him, and she comes to him, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry about the last time. You know, let me make it up to you. And he was like, well, maybe some other time, but not right now. She's like, come on, you know I'm good for it, baby. Come on. And he's like, don't beg. I was cracking up. I was like, Gia, you do look real fucking desperate. You did not take that page from Candace's playbook. But he just called her like, bitch, don't beg. Like, it's not cute. So therefore we see that he meets with Sarah. They go into the damn room, and that damn Jim turns into this evil Svengali and saying that, you know, and she's like, you know, saying, why do you keep doing this to me? Why do you keep bringing me here? And all this shit. And then he's like, hold on. He like rips her shirt to see if she's wired and everything. And she's like, what? You think I'm gonna incriminate myself? You think I'm gonna incriminate myself? You know, you get me to spy on an investigation? Like, really? Like, you got me doing all this criminal shit? So he's got her. So if anything, the fact she even brought that up made him suspicious, and that's why he ripped her damn shirt. Because he thinking that, bitch, you trying to plant something on me? And he's like, no, it's nothing. Like, she's like, I don't have anything. But he's like, you know what? So therefore, he starts playing this little thing like, you know, take your clothes off. You know. And then she starts taking her clothes off. It's like, no, don't do it like a cheap whore. Do it, you know, do it slowly. She's like, what's the difference, Jim? Isn't that usually your MO? I like, so we see that Sarah's starting to kind of give him a little, you know, pushback a little bit, because she's getting tired of him. She's loving the dick, though. She likes the sex. It's obvious. But she don't like the fact that Jim has got shit over her, and he uses that to get her to do his bidding. Because she's like, you know what? I don't want to do this. She says, fine. You can walk out of there and your career will be over. Because he did pull some strings and did kind of clear up her image for her to get for her to get the job that she has. So he always holding that shit over her head like, bitch, I own you. I made you, and I can break you. So he sits in a chair and he tells her to crawl. You know, the judge has given you an order. Approach the bench, bitch. And I'm like, Jim, you evil bastard. And we literally see her crawl, and, you know, they do what they do. And then afterwards he says that, you know what? She says, is this ever going to be over? He said, of course. Eventually I'll get tired of you. And she's like, no, you're never going to get tired of making me, you know, you're not going to never get tired of making me do your bidding and making me, you know, summon me to make me do what you want me to do, because you just had, because you have this power over me. And he was like, boo boo, everything you did it because you wanted to. I ain't make you do nothing. You came to this hotel room because you wanted to come. So stop the bullshit. And I'm like, Jim, stop. You need to stop the bullshit, Jim, because at the end of the day, she's coming. Yeah, she likes the dick and she's loving the sex, because you can tell how the way she was coming over there to Jim. She likes the dick. She's loving it. She's getting her life from it. But on the other hand, she also is engaged, so she's trying to have her family life. But at the end of the day, she's also coming because you have the golden goose that can ruin everything for her. You helped create an image for her to have a career where she's now an assistant to a DA, and she's trying to probably move up to become a DA her damn self. So she's career driven, and you instantly can ruin everything because you're the only one that knows her truth. So that's why she keeps fucking coming, because you got something over her ass. So Jim, shut up. So then he tells her that, look, I want you to do something for me. You know, and after you do this, we'll be done for good. And she's like, really? And he's like, I'm serious. So he asks her, I need you to get the bullets, you know, from the gun, because the bullets from the gun that matched the crime scene also matched the same bullets that they found at the scene of Amanda's murder. Because Amanda was killed. Let's just say it. When they're going to find out who did it, I don't know, but it'd be real funny if due to the fact that Catherine is so quick to pop a bullet, it'd be real crazy if we find out that Catherine killed her own daughter. That would be crazy. But then again, I don't want to jump the gun here. But so Jim tells Sarah, I need you to get them bullets. She's like, that shit is in, you know, she's like, that shit is like tucked away in, in headquarters and shit. I just can't go up in there and get that. Well, she didn't say headquarters, but the place where they hold all the evidence. You know, like, that evidence is protected. I just can't go in there and get that. She says, oh yes you can, and you will. You know, she says that, what if I get caught up? What if I go to jail? She says that, one, you either go there and not go to jail, or don't go and go to jail. Which one is it gonna be? I'm like, see, Jim, you are so fucking evil. You gonna make this damn bitch do some shit to you, because she gonna get tired of taking your shit. But he lets her know that, look, you get me the guns, you get me the bullets, there's no case. So, no bullets, no case. So get the fucking bullets, and that will take care of everything. And after that, me and you are good. So we're gonna see if Sarah's gonna actually pull that off. Then we also get a scene with Hannah and Melissa. You know, she has a really heart-to-heart discussion with Melissa about life and about her moving forward and taking control of her life and, you know, putting God first. And it was a good conversation. And, you know, she reveals that her life was so much better before this whole Veronica and Jeffrey situation, and that she was in college majoring in law with a minor in engineering. And she's saying that, look, you can still, you know, pursue your dreams. She says, well, you know, don't you got that money? She said, that money's not going to be enough for school. Well, she says, well, maybe you need to take out student loans, you know, financial aid. I'm like, yeah, but that shit can be a trap, though, bitch. So I would say, you know, move with caution. But she said that, yeah. But all I know is that if that girl, if Veronica ever messes with me again, I'm going to stir that wheel like you told me to. So I'm like, yeah, she done with Veronica and her mess, and she know that Veronica has tabs on her. So she know Veronica, she gonna run into Veronica sooner than later. So then afterwards we see that that Hannah gets a call, and it's Derek. And this was real cute because we literally are seeing Hannah glow. and we're seeing her be like this little schoolgirl, getting, on the phone with her little boy crush. And he's like, I can't stop thinking about you. Let's go to the beach on Saturday. And he's like, okay, I can do that. But she says, but I got to go because I'm talking to somebody. She's like, oh, really? Who are you talking to? And she says, his name is Melissa. He's like, yeah, you better be talking to her. So he's like, oh, you getting a little jealous? Oh, she's like, So it was cute and everything. And then he gets a call on the other line. And it's fucking Veronica. Veronica's saying that, my washer is broken and I need your assistance. He says, okay, I'll be there tomorrow. She's like, no, I need you now. The washer is not working and I need you tonight. So I need you to get your ass over here. And because at first when he answered on the phone, he's like, Mrs. Harrington. And she's like, how many times have I told you to call me Veronica? I'm like, you drunk bitch. So like, I'm like, oh hell, why the hell? I'm like, Veronica on some bullshit, because that washer can wait till morning. That ain't what you want them there for. You want them to fix something else. You want them to fix that you want them to, fix that box and to knock them cobwebs out. That's what you want them for. So he pretty much tells Hannah that, look, I got a job, I gotta go. She's like, okay, go ahead, do what you gotta do, take care of that. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what Veronica wants him to do. Take care of it. So we see he actually goes over there to Veronica's, and we see that Veronica is in her little sexy nightie, her little negligee, and she's trying to get him to have sex with her. And Derek was like, I'm not doing this with you. She's like, well, it never stopped you before. And I was like, ooh, damn. He's like, man, that was a long time ago. And I told you that we weren't going down that road anymore. But she's like, but don't you remember everything I'd done for you? How I helped clean up your record, how I took you from obscurity after you got out of jail, and I gave you a better life and a better career. So you will give me what I want. And he's like, and if I don't, then she says, well, every little secret that I have will no longer be protected. And he was like, and I was thinking he was going to give in. But Derek surprised me. He's like, you know what? Do what you got to do. I'm not going down this road with you. And she's like, well, everything about you is going to come out. So, it is what it is. And I'm like, Veronica, you evil bitch. So you summon this man to have sex with you, and because he wouldn't give you what you want, you're going to try to ruin his life and reputation. So I'm like, see, that's that fuck shit right there. That's that messy crap. Which is why I can't stand her ass. Because I'm like, girl, Candace offered you that she was going to send you a man over there to knock out your box. But you rather go for a dude that worked for you. And because you got something on him, you're going to try to be like, well, if you don't have sex with me, I'm going to ruin your whole life. And I'm going to expose all your secrets. So he says, you know what? Do what you got to do. But he says, but the thing that really makes me disgusted, though, is that instead of you should at least had enough respect for me to at least seduce me versus blackmail me. And I'm like, you got a damn point. Because I'm like, you would have been better off you trying to, because he's right now, his scent is on Hannah. He want to get Hannah, and he want Hannah now. He's ready for some Hannah. And, that whole situation is crazy. Because it's like, what the fuck does Veronica got on Derek? And then on top of it, what if that shit gonna come out that, Hannah find out that he fucked her nemesis? That's gonna be some shit. So then, now I'm gonna talk about this whole situation with Jeffrey and his tired ass. So we see Landon calls Jeffrey to talk about, how do you deal with being in love with a straight man? And then, that damn Jeffrey got me with this. He's like, well, wow. Doesn't that shit sound familiar? Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? because you gave him so much flack about him being in love with Wyatt, who's straight, and now you're in love with Charles, who's straight, and you can't deal with the fact that he wants Candace, and he's using you to get her. So he's like getting drunk and everything, tore up at the bar, and he says that, I feel like I made a mistake for falling in love with a straight guy. How did you get over Wyatt? And Jeffrey was honest. I never got over Wyatt. I'm still in love with him, but I know I could never be with him because he's straight, and also due to his situation, we could never be together. But it's hard. But I deal with it. And he's like, so what's going on with you, Jeffrey? What are you up to? He's like, you know what? We're not gonna do this shit. I'm like, yeah, because he got old. He got Glenn Close up in the bed, and we already know how she get down, because we had a little damn scene with her later on. So he gets off the phone with Landon, and Landon's asking for more shots because he is just going through it, because he wants to jump in Charles's bed and, wants Charles to put it up in him. So later on, we actually see that that Jeffrey gets a call from Wyatt. And in this conversation, that damn Wyatt is wilding out. He can immediately tell that Wyatt's high, and he's saying that, look, they took, I want to destroy them. They took my money, they took everything from me, and, I don't have anything. And he's like, I'm going to kill myself, and I need you to get over here, or I'm going to kill myself, and all of that shit. And the whole time he's trying to whisper because he's in bed, and damn Glenn Close is sleeping. And then all of a sudden he's on the phone whispering to Wyatt, like, Wyatt, you need to calm down. He's like, look, I'll be on my way. I'm on my way to see you and everything. But he's like, you don't need to do anything. He's like, look, if you don't get over here, I'm going to kill myself. I'm just going to end it. I'm really going to do it this time and all this shit. And I'm like, oh, hell. So we got him drawing Jeffrey in, and Jeffrey always comes. So Jeffrey's like, okay, I'm on my way. Then all of a sudden, tell me why Glenn Close wake up's like, is he always going to be calling you like that? Is he always going to be trying to get you to come over? And he's like, look, I'm going to go see about Wyatt and see what's going on with him. He's like, I'm going with you. He's like, no, you're not. He's like, yes, I am. I'm going with you, Jeffrey. You're not going over there without me. And I'm like, damn, Glenn Close. Damn, bitch. He already told you that ain't nothing gonna go down, but you still jealous because at the end of the day, he's in love with Wyatt. But yet, you done put everything onto him because you done lost everything on the account of him. No, I said on the account. It ain't Jeffrey's fault that he lost everything. It's Justin's fault that he did that shit, and now you ain't got nothing going on, but yet you're still trying to hold Jeffrey in your possession. So then he has the nerve to pull Justin and let him know, before I let you be with him, I'll kill both of you. Or I'll kill all three of us, whatever happens. And this dumbass Jeffrey gonna be like, if you ever say that to me again, I will never talk to you again. I'm like, off him, Justin. Off him right now, because Jeffrey is doing entirely too much. Because one minute you want him, then the next minute you disgusted with him, but yet you're just torturing all of us, because we're seeing that this dude will fucking kill you. And we see on the next episode, next week, he gonna pull a gun on him and put one on his damn self. Like, you got a crazy motherfucker. This is Glenn Close from Fatal Attraction that you got in bed with your dumb ass, and you still think you got options. Your only option you got is you need to annihilate him, one way or the other. Put him in a room put him in a padded room, or put him 6 feet under. Those are the only options you got, Jeffrey. And until you understand that, you're doomed. And that's all I gotta say about that. So that's what I have, y'all. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'd love to talk to you about it. But subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, follow me on all of my social platforms and all of my social networks. I have them all listed in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And I'll be back with the next episode of the Haves and the Have-Nots. So until next time, everybody, take care.